What is going on YouTube? Here, Ryan 2.0 here back with another Transformers video review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series figure number 5, Voyager class Optimus Prime. So setting the figure off to the side, let's take a quick look at the packaging. You got a nice picture of Optimus there, and it's Studio Series figure number 5. You got Studio Series, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Optimus Prime. You got Transformers Generations, the Autobot logo. And you got another up-close picture of Optimus. And the Autobot logo here is usually on the side, but since I took the background out, it's right there. Coming around to the back here, we got all some of the figures that are in this toy line. You got Bumblebee, Stinger, and Starscream. And then coming around to here, it says Optimus Prime fearlessly takes on Decepticons, risking it all for freedom. And it says it's the force fight. And then it says it's big screen inspired scale detail backdrop. You got it says backdrops included. Coming around to this side, it says it's Voyager class Studio Series Optimus Prime Studio Series number 5. You got Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and yeah, that's about it for the packaging. And then you got this nice little scene here, the Autobot logo, Studio Series number 5. Not anything too spectacular, and he does come with a few accessories, being these Energon swords, which look absolutely awesome. You got some nice Cybertronian hieroglyphs, as people want to call them. So there you got that. And you got some nice gunmetal gray. It's nice translucent plastic. And yeah, very nice. And then you got his little instruction booklet. And he looks evil, like, in the face. It's just, I don't know, it's very Nemesis Prime feeling. And I don't know why. But rolling the figure back into view, here is Optimus in his truck mode. Now, I must say, this is a very good truck mode. Although it's surprisingly dark in the color scheme. It's weird. Like, it's just, the color choosing is dark. I do have a few issues in this mode. One being this fuel tank on the side here is supposed to tab into this little peg right there. It does not. Nothing a little sanding won't fix. And this part is just a flaw of the truck mode, is that due to the transformation, the back sort of bends. But those are minor issues. It's nothing that's going to hinder anything. He rolls quite nicely for the most part. Rolls pretty decently. Yeah. So coming in, take a look at the detail. You got some nice little details on the headlight. You got a little Autobot logo imprinted right there. Some nice little details up here. Nice bit on the smokestacks. Coming around to the side here. On the back, you got some nice little headlights. The back here, obviously his robot feet, but some nice detail right here on the fuel tank. So we got a glove or a little box here for I don't know anything about trucks except their types of trucks, but you got little steps there, and yeah, you got these little pieces right here on the side. Now for size comparison, here he is next to the Studio Series Ratchet, and so there you got that, and I think that's decent. I think that's a decent little comparison there. So there you got that. And this is where the figure falls short. He's kind of small. Here's the Last Night Voyager Optimus. As you can see, he's bigger, like way bigger. So it's kind of disappointing there. But and here he is next to Megatron from Transformers Last Night, the Voyager figure. So there is that. Let's get down into the transformation. It is quite a fun transformation, but before I get into that, I forgot. You can store the weapons in vehicle mode. Now, you can do them one of two ways. One, there's a little peg hole on the back of the truck here, and a little peg right there, and that just tabs in just like so. Or if you want to get like a attack mode or something, there's a little tab hole for the robot mode. There's a little tab hole right there. I'm sure you've noticed. And you can tab it on to the side, so now whenever he drives by, he can stab someone. So there is that. And yeah, let's move on to the transformation. Now bear with me, this is a bonkers, what is cool, but a bonkers transformation. So let's get into it. First, what you're going to do is take these fuel tanks and fold them up onto the side of the truck, and then you're just going to take the like the back half right here and bend that down and just fold it down out of the way, and then you can get in, grab this gray section right here and just fold that out, and you can sort of just resituate everything down here. And then once you do that, what we're going to do is fold these panels out, these little blue sections out, just like so. And then you'll take these the entire section here, the tire and some of the wheel well will fold out and hinge into what will be the robot thigh, and just do that on both sides. And once you do that, you can take the what will be the shoulder pads in robot mode and just fold them down, and then you can sort of connect go ahead and snap the waist into place. It just tabs in just like so, and then you can go ahead, separate the legs, and then this is a cool part of the transformation. So take the foot, hinge it down, and as you're hinging it down, the shin will rotate around and peg into place. That is extremely cool to me. I don't know how they thought of that. But then you're going to take this wheel right here that will fold up onto the side and just tab into place, just like so. And you know, we'll take this and tab that into place, part of the wheel well. Now let's tab into place, securing the wheel-ish, not entirely. And then what you're going to do after that is come around to this air filter piece and sort of just unpeg that and do that on both sides, and sort of just get those two to collapse together. This little panel right here will just collapse into that. And then what you're going to do after that is simply take the front of the truck mode. Now be careful, but you're going to separate the front grille of the truck mode, the semi-truck, Peterbilt semi-truck mode, and then you're going to take that, rotate it as you're moving it, and that will fold down. I'll give you another demonstration. So you're taking it, you're rotating it down onto the side, and I think that's just cool. Then after that, you're going to take the hood, what was the hood of the truck, fold that down, and I forgot. You got to fold these panels right here down and out of the way before I break something. So just remember that, okay? And just as you're folding that down, take this part of the truck and rotate it up, folding out the head, just like so. And you're just going to take these little these panels with flames on them, take them, fold them into the back, take these air filters. Well, what were the air filter things? I don't know. I think they're air filters. I don't know. You're going to fold them onto the back, just like so. And then take this. There's a little peg right here and a little peg hole right there. I'll just tab into the side of the truck mode, just like so, or of the robot mode. And then here's a tricky part. So what you have to do is separate the top of the truck mode, or top of the hood, individually move each fist forward and separate. And now be very careful when you do this, because this plastic right here, all clear. You don't want that to break. And you're just going to tab this in. There's a little peg right, I said little, it's pretty big. There's a peg right here and a peg hole right there. That is just going to tab into place. And just have that into place. And move everything down. Rotate the arm. And then this will, what was the front of the truck mode will tab in, or the top of the truck mode will tab in to the side of the arm and become the forearm armor. Then once you've done that, move the backpack out of the way, rotate the waist 100, or excuse me, rotate the waist around. I was about to say rotate the waist 180 degrees, but that doesn't work. Once you've done all that, check everything, spin it around, and then you sort of just customize the backpack there. Once you've done everything, after that extremely bizarre transformation, sort of situate everything. Here we have Transformers Studio Series Optimus Prime in his robot mode. I must say, this is a great looking robot mode. I really do like it, except the paint scheme, like I said, is a little bit dark. I don't know why, but overall, it looks pretty good. Very nice head sculpt going on, and I really do think it's a really good figure. But there is a little bit of a backpack here, but everything folds together quite nicely. I do like it. The details are amazing too. The shins look pretty good. You got some nice details there on the crotch area and the thighs. You got some nice detail on the abdomen and the truck parts, and then coming up, looking at the head, pretty nice head sculpt. And yeah, he can hold his swords in this mode. Now they peg into the bottom of his hand. They peg in just like this. So you got a little peg on the bottom of the sword, and they peg in just like so. And it really does look, it really does give him a look that makes him look like he can really destroy some Decepticons. You got two nice, really good looking swords, and I really do think that really does capture the look. But you can storm in robot mode. Just take them out of his hand. You can storm in robot mode, which I think is pretty cool. So you come around to the back here and you tab them in to the back with the pegs that tab into the truck mode. So it tabs, trust me, I just can't do it. But there you go. So it kind of looks, it looks good. It looks decent. It's not the best looking storage I've ever seen. Actually, it is actually pretty good. But size comparison time. Here he is next to Transformers, the Studio Series Deluxe Class Ratchet. And I think the size scale is okay. I think that works. Yeah, I think that's okay. Here he is next to Voyager Class Optimus Prime from Transformers Last Night. And as you can see, he's kind of small. He's kind of small. So, there you got that. And here you go next to Transformers Last Night, Voyager Class Megatron. Which I think this size comparison works okay. Megatron is, I think, supposed to be taller than Optimus, but I don't know about that. And here he is next to like a minifigure. So you got that. Articulation in this mode. You got a pin in the foot, so you got a pin in the foot. Now the pin on this foot is a little bit loose, forward and backward. You do got a bend at the knee that's over 90 degrees, but it is kind of loose. So there is that. You got a joint in the hip, which allows for some forward and backward movement. So you got that. In and out movement. You got some waist rotation. It's rare whenever you get a figure with some waist rotation. You got a swivel at the fist. You got a swivel in the arm, and the arm itself can do a full 360 and in and out on the arm. The shoulder pads are posable, and the head is on a ball joint, but it cannot move that far due to the little piece right here in the back. But it's pretty good. You can reenact some really good poses with this figure, but the pins in this foot right here that go forward and backward are a little bit loose for my taste. Yeah, that it is what it is. Overall, I think it's a good figure. I really do. I like the look of the figure. Everything just looks great. So in the end, is this a good figure worth picking up? I think so. Size-wise, he's not the best, but I think he's a pretty good-looking figure. Articulation's good, posability's good, and he overall looks pretty good. Transformation's a little bit on the difficult side, but it is what it is. I do like this figure. I do recommend picking him up if you see him on Amazon or eBay or wherever at a decent price. So, yeah, I think that's all for me. This was the review for Transformers Studio Series Voyager Class Optimus Prime. And I will see you guys next time. Here, Brian 2.0, out.